Welcome everybody to a new series, and we're going to be trying Planetbase. This is a very similar game to Banished from the survival aspect of things, but we're in space, so there's a lot of new challenges. I won't go through the tutorial, I've already had a go of it and I kind of understand the basics of the game. So we'll just go straight to a new game, and we'll start with the Class D planet, which is basically easy, medium and hard. It's got overwhelming, challenging, but I think the main difference I've seen is you start with different resources. There's different natural disasters the further on you go. So obviously we'll start with the main one. Now it lets you select where you start, but basically this is just a map seed. So I guess, if we found a really good map seed, we could share it with everybody and play it, but I guess you're looking for somewhere flat, but it's really hard to tell what's flat and what's not, so I'm just going to guess. You can name it. Maybe I'll just call it base VG1, and we'll just jump straight in. And here we go. It looks like I've selected quite a flat area, actually. I'm quite happy with that from what I can see. And here come our colonists. Now the first thing you'll notice is they're all different colours. Now if memory serves me right, the ones with blue are workers, the green are biologists, I think the yellow is an engineer and the red is a medic, but I'll have a look at that in a second. So here we are. So they've all got their own little names as well. So yeah, we've got workers are in the blue. An engineer, yep, is orange or yellow, I think. And that's more yellow, isn't it? Green, we've got biologists and a medic. And we've got two different robots. We've got a carrier bot and a constructor bot. Constructor are very similar to engineers. They can both build things, but the bots move around a lot quicker than people. Plus, they don't need to breathe, so that's kind of useful as well. I need to explain what everything is to you, but actually I'm just going to spin around and have a look, see what we've got. We actually picked a really nice space here. Now, they've only got limited food and air and things like that, so we'll go in straight away and I'll try and explain it as I'm going along. You have internal buildings and external. Now, internal basically means it's a dome and it's got a roof over the top. So the first thing we'll build is an oxygen generator. Now, if you use your mouse wheel, you can scroll it to a different size. So obviously the bigger it is, the more oxygen it'll produce, but I'll start with a small one because we have limited resources. So one carrier bot and one construction bot are going to go and get the things needed to do that. And while they're doing that, we'll set up an airlock. Now, I'm just trying to forward plan because I'm going to have a mine somewhere, so I'm going to try and I might have a mine on this because it has to be attached to a mountain. We'll go into that later on. But as you can see, it snaps as I'm moving it, it locks. And it has to have that green line to be able to attach to this building. So if I click there. Okay, so it's been built. And it gives you a little hint, so it actually guides you through it still as you're doing it. But we need to link these two buildings together. So if I click one and then the other, and this, it'll link them up. Now, these are internal buildings, so what'll happen is it'll build a proper tunnel, so when they come in they can walk through. But this needs oxygen. Now it can't make it out of thin air, unfortunately, and the way it's made is from water, because yeah, H2O, so there's oxygen. I don't know what happens to the hydrogen. It doesn't actually explain that in the game. It doesn't seem like there is a specific use. I'll tell you something, look, it's really strange how you move around in this game. But it kind of grows on you. I'll go again with a small water extractor and we'll link this straight up to the oxygen generator. Now as you can see, it's just a cable this time, because they don't really walk between these. It's not an internal structure, so it just needs linking up so it can pump the water. And we also need power. Now there's two types of power, there's solar and there's wind. But we can't build the wind turbine yet, so we'll go with a solar. I'm going to go with a slightly bigger one, so I'm going to scroll up to the next one. And I'm going to build it, let's say there. Again, we need to link it. So it's warning us, we've got the water, but there's no power to actually get this going, so hence the strange power noises. Right, while I'm doing that, we'll have a look at some stuff. So we've got our daylight here, so it tells you how long until it becomes nighttime. We've got wind strength. Now, we have no wind farm at the moment, which we can't build yet, but obviously that depicts how much power that's going to get, so I'll leave this up for the moment. What I am going to build while we're waiting is a power collector, and the reason is, let's see if I can get this in first. There we are. Is once the sun goes down, which it's looking like it's going to soon, and I might end up killing everyone straight away. I think I am, you know. Oh dear. This could be the worst start I've ever had, because I'm too busy talking. Let's get a wind generator in quickly. I'll link that up. Oh, it's moving round to the sun, so hopefully we will get some power. Well, it's generating energy already because these buildings have lit up red, which tells us there's no oxygen, but it is, as you can see, filling up. And these are all running out of air, so it couldn't have happened any sooner. Now there's a good chance that I'm going to kill everybody, because the sun's going down and I have no power. Let's speed this up a bit. If you got the plus and minus keys, will speed up the game. You can also do it from here. So let's just up the speed. Oh, it's definitely nighttime now. Oh dear. This could be really bad. Quick, quick, quick. And please, oh no, it's not even windy. Oh, we might, oh my goodness. We are so lucky. Now as you can see that the power collector's storing power. Call it, it's like a battery. As you can see, it's draining. Oh no. Oh, this is a really bad start. Come on, wind, blow, blow. Oh, thank goodness. Keep blowing, keep blowing. We see it's night cycle, so we've got to wait until it gets to here before daylight starts. And when it does, these solar powers charge these quickly. So, in essence, for a nighttime, you need battery power because you can't depend on wind. It's so, look, it just keeps stopping and starting. And the power's going to run out again. So, one rule of thumb I have is to have plenty of these power collectors. Charge them up in the day, and at night you don't have any worries. Well, thankfully now, the sun is coming up. Now they want some water, so God, this is stressful. We need a canteen, so we will link this up to here before I kill everybody completely. Wind is really bad. Right, I'm gonna switch this across. This gives us a list of all the resources we've got. This will also include any resources that are already placed by buildings ready to build, so don't think I have 19 left because there's 3 sat here, so they're already accounted for in this. It's a little bit annoying, but it's just the way it is. Why have we got no oxygen? Here we are. So let's slow the game down a little bit. If you push a tab key, it removes the roofs and you can see. So if we click the canteen and we can edit, and we will put in a drinking fountain, and we'll put a small table as well because they're all thirsty. The next problem is going to be food and sleep, so let's get these buildings in quickly. So sleep, biodome. Right, I think I'm going to put this in. It does help to kind of plan where you're going to put everything. But as soon as we had such a shaky start, I'm just going to chuck some of these things in quickly. And a dorm, because they're going to need somewhere to sleep. Now, I just want to point something out. If we look at the dorm, it tells you how many resources it's going to take to build. And then you've got that little T. That little T means it can only have one connection. It's a dead end. So be very careful where you put that. So if I put it here, for example, I won't be able to link any buildings off that. So yeah, it's something to bear in mind. I'm trying to think where the best place to put it will be. I can probably get 2 connections. There we are. We'll put it here. Which isn't too bad because I can probably build off here and here. Right, what we'll do is we'll recycle this because you get some resources for it. So that's everything we've got at the moment. Let's just speed it up again. Oh, so no table, so I'm going to sit down and eat. Here we go. They're going to start complaining of exhaustion soon. Let's see if we click. So you've got their kind of vitals here. So needs a drink, getting tired, and I'm not very well. His morale is dropping slowly but surely. How are we doing for water? Oh, okay. So we're consuming 1, but we're producing 4. So this is turned into oxygen and actual water. Now I don't know why it's taking its time to fill up. Right, biodome. Here we are. So this basically is going to produce all our food, our medicine, and it'll also help to build bioplastic. There's 2 main materials in the game. Bioplastic is one of them. So I'm going to put tomato and I think we'll go with onions. Not necessarily a good idea in an enclosed space, but why not? And a rice pad and medicine. Now the yellow ones are starchy foods, so by rights you should get more starch than actual food, which we need to make bioplastic, but we'll go through that a little bit more in a second. Speed it up. There's some. Why are they dying of? Oh my goodness. Oh well, this could be doomed. We've just lost most of our people. What have we got left? A worker and an engineer. Oh no, no, no. Well, I wasn't planning on building a landing pad, but we're gonna have to, because they're gonna die of starvation because we haven't got the people we need for that. Can't do that yet. Okay. Oh, this is terrible. Even the first time I played this, I never had this issue. Well, here's one way of not playing the game. Let's chuck a bed in here as well. Oh, wow. This is absolutely insane. Come on, quickly build this and then you can all go and sleep. Let's have a quick look at our resources. Oh, we've got plenty. Right, now hopefully, the reason I've built this is to slow the game down. Let's come out of it. Yeah, the reason I built this is because it allows traders to arrive. Now, traders I'm not really interested in at the moment. You've also got visitors, which will come and use your facilities, and you get money for that, so that's kind of useful. And it'll also bring new colonists. So, I think it's this one, yeah. So at the moment, we're allowing colonists and traders to come. I'm going to turn the trader one off. I'm not interested in that. What we do need is almost everything. So I'm going to leave that as it is. So it's just a ratio of what kind of people will hopefully come. Yeah, the morale is very poor. So I'll be very surprised if anyone actually does turn up. But with any luck, some people will. What I'm going to start doing is getting the rest of the buildings up that we need. Right. So we've got that. Processing plant. think that needs to be near an airlock. Oh, here we are. I'm actually lost for words. I can't actually believe what has happened. But I'm hoping if we get things running, there should be enough food to keep these chaps alive, so with any luck we'll get some new colonists and we will dig ourselves out of this hole. Let's speed up the game a touch. Here we go. We do need some water storage as well, but we're fine at the moment. Actually, that's going quite low, so let's build a... See, you can store power and water, which is quite useful. Let's put that here. Okay, that person's... Is that person thirsty? What's wrong with that person there? Oh, morale is low. Well, that's hardly surprising, is it? Can we put a TV in here? Give them something to watch. There we are. Well, nobody's arrived. It's a little bit scary, to be honest. These meteors, that'll be the last thing I need. One of these will hit now and wipe out my last people. So what have we actually got left? We have a worker and an engineer. Well, yeah, not too bad, but I could have done with a biologist, really. This is just... What? Lost for words. I knew it'd be a challenge, but I wasn't expecting this. Let's have a see. Oh goodness, the welfare is still quite low. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the game run for a while and then come back and hopefully we'll be in a better place. So until next time, as always, take care.